I'm going to also talk about disruption from a different perspective, right? It's not always about your product or your service. It could be in the way that you lead, in the way that you hire, in the way you build your culture. It could be the way you navigate the industry. So you could call this disruptive leadership, right? So give us an impactful way you've gone against the norm in your leadership role. And I'm looking at you, Pete.
Yeah. Building the largest marijuana company in the world was a little, required some disruptive thought when there was a day in January of 2017 when Attorney General Jeff Sessions, just new on the job, by the way, decided to steal $120,000 from me while we were transporting it from Reno, Nevada to Chicago in a duffel bag. But hey, that happened in the early days of the what's the question again?
Your disruptive leadership.
Oh, got it. All right, so my disruptive leadership style, and I think that sort of translates into sort of the broader organization, is what I call unwavering authenticity. I just there is no way to accomplish big things unless you're incredibly honest. In fact, I just had a call, an hour ago with a gentleman who I'm hiring as a CTO of my company. He's a CTO of a company here in town. I'm going to be hiring him away from, and I told him, I said, dude, you intimidate me. I was like, 'cause I think you're like multiple smarter than me, and that just fucking intimidates me. And I'm like nervous and scared and vulnerable. But I got to tell you, what came out of me saying that to him, my unwavering authenticity, was so incredibly productive. We broke down so many barriers in the next 45 minutes. And I just believe this is the key to building great companies. And then I would say one last thing, which is that at every company I've ever run, I do something called the gauntlet, which is I make it hard for our people to hire people, very intentionally. Because I think that so many of our companies try and solve our problems by hiring people. And I don't think that's always the solve. And we do a disservice to the people we're hiring if we can solve that problem with a system or a process or some efficiency or technology. And so what I do is I make it really intentionally hard for people to hire. They have to fill out a form. It's called the gauntlet. And they have to stand behind this hire. Now, I don't care if this person is making $14 an hour trimming cannabis plants or $350,000 a year as an executive. The hiring manager has to tell us, does this person meet our 8 cultural values? Why or why not? Are there any red flags? And what happens is you start to build this discipline around hiring where, if this person has hired 3 or 4 people and none of them have worked out, then you got to sort of look at this person and say, you are not an appropriate hiring manager. And we know, all of us know, all it takes is one person to destroy an entire company. So my discipline around hiring and around being super honest and transparent with people and telling people, you know what, it's your time to go, I think has been mission critical.
Yeah, oh my God, and that authenticity is so important. I have to put a huge exclamation mark after that too. I love it.